I know you got like 50,000 in there.
Well, I keep it on 101. Hey.
Hey, get right.
Outside. Yeah, if they ain't my dogs, they on the outside. Hey. Went on a mission, they ain't even know where I was. Now they gon' know that we up, ain't no competition. This shit was already done, way before it had begun. The morning the coldest, I'm blowing smoke out my lungs. Had to go make me a run, I can't lose my focus. I'm smoking more gas than Cruella, I keep it 101. Forever I'm humble, where I come from. Niggas die, yeah, living too fast, I had to pour some lean into my cup, moving slow.
And hello and welcome to the Hanging with Humans podcast. This is your host, RJ. Today, we have a special guest, Thomas Volmer. What's up, Thomas? How are you?
Not much. Oh.
Thomas, I call Thomas Tom. I'm going to get into kind of the backstory of how we met. We've only known each other, maybe 30 days?
It's coming up on that. Yeah.
Coming up on that, right? I recently moved. Well, I moved from the ranch I had over in Ellicott over this way to Rye, Colorado City area, and didn't get out too much. I had been a ranch hand for a lady and her kids, and helping out around there. And she had mentioned there was a fellow named Tom who is also helping out in different ways. And I believe you've known her longer than I have, for sure, right?
I met her probably about a year ago when I bought that blue generator from her and her husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was on Facebook. So it was just a Facebook thing. And
Yeah.
then I saw a posting on Facebook with that guy that lived up the hill there from her, the one her ex-husband is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure all the ins and outs of all that stuff, but
no, I saw a post and contacted her, told her, well, keep your spirits up and whatever. Gave her a little
boost of encouragement.
Yeah, a little pat on the back to not put up with shit. And she contacted me again about a month later.
And in a year from then, I think quite a bit has changed from that situation. And there's been some low points also, but I do think the tide is turning. I believe that. And with a little bit of help from, I don't know, everybody kind of chipping in a little bit to help each other.
Yeah.
What's your situation here like? I know because there's like an exchange of water and generators and what's with that whole deal?
Well, I lost my income in 2018 I haven't had a paycheck since then, and I've run out of savings and everything, so I lost my electricity and my water, and I've been hauling water by 5-gallon jugs for almost 2 years now.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I don't use that much water, but...
Yeah. 2018 was the last time you worked. What was your last... No.
That was when I lost my income. I was on disability in 2018. They didn't determine me to be eligible or able to work or anything, but the insurance company that paid me my income every month, I had bought long-term disability, and they had approved it. That was supposed to be a lifetime benefit. Yeah, they scheduled 3 appointments in a row up to Colorado Springs right when I lost my transportation here. I wasn't able to
get out?
Have anything that would, make it to Colorado Springs and back. It's 100 miles, I guess. I don't know what the mileage is, but
a trip I've been making quite often.
Yeah, and see, I had an old piece of shit truck and a couple of other broken down vehicles. That PT Cruiser, I think, was already, well, no, it wasn't down then, but.
So you were not able to make it down there, and there's been no rescheduling or?
Oh, no, it was 3 appointments. It was 1 appointment that they rescheduled twice for me, and each time I was unable to make it there. So they gave me my 3 chances to get to the Springs within, and they would tell me the day before.
Okay.
They were giving me almost no notice,
Yeah.
which to me sounds like they were
Like on purpose or
wanting
something?
to drug test me or to.
Oh.
They didn't have treatment in mind. They had a way to, or thinking of a way to get out from their responsibility to pay me my income. Because yeah, they never did say, "Oh yeah, you're able-bodied now" or something.
Yeah. Because if I were a doctor right now and I looked at you, I would say pretty unabled in terms of movement.
Oh yeah.
Can you kind of explain the situation of what you have going on? You have stenosis?
Yeah, in my neck, and it's again probably from car accidents and maybe fighting a little bit too much when I was younger. And
Yeah.
a lot of it's just the work that I did and my heredity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pinches your spine off. Your vertebrae grow inward. They're growing bone and closing off the canal that your spine goes through. And my spine is pinched about half of its normal diameter. And yeah, I've lost feeling in my hands. My arms are pretty numb most of the time.
Yeah.
My feet, that's why if you shut off a light in the room, I can't balance. I have to be holding on to something. I mean, I will literally tip over. I'll fall down.
Yeah, you're telling me that, and I was like, that's so nuts.
You'd think it'd be your inner ears, or you get vertigo or something like that. But
Yeah. Not the case.
dude, it's the spine.
It's the spine. Well, so you have, you went and had a diabetes check, right? Or what was that?
Today was just, an A1C test. I went down to Pueblo, saw my primary. I see her every 3 months.
Oh, cool.
So maybe in another 3 months, I'll be able to schedule my neck surgery or something.
So they just want to see those numbers go down in order for you to get that?
Yeah, it has to be under control or I won't heal properly. And I'd rather it be in control too, so.
Yeah. What changes do you think you have to make in order for that to happen?
I just did that. I got a CGM set. I haven't been able to get a normal test strip and a normal glucometer, which are $20 off the shelf, to work because I can't get a blood sample out of my finger and get it on that strip and get the strip inside the meter fast enough. They expire in like 2 minutes after you use them.
Really?
So now I got a continuous meter. I'm wearing a transmitter right now that uses Bluetooth and shoots the blood numbers to my phone, and being aware of them, being able to see them.
Yeah, see
makes
spikes.
A huge difference.
With what you're eating, you can see the spikes and all those sort of things.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't realize you've got high blood sugar, and there's really not a symptom that you can pinpoint that says, oh yeah, I got high blood sugar. Low blood sugar, yeah, you feel clammy and nauseous. That's bad. Low blood sugar is
not
kind
good.
of tough, yeah.
Yeah, sheesh. So, are you able to get disability or SSI or anything? Or you're only 59, so I guess you're going to be eligible.
I can't retire, right? Yeah, I could get disability if Social Security was not run by all bureaucrats, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, because I've applied twice, and both times have been turned down. Both times I had legal representation with me at the hearing and supposedly backing me up. Yeah, I got turned down both times, and the reasons would have been easy to appeal.
Really?
But the law firm I handled didn't have any information. I asked them to help me with the appeal, or at least give me the information that they had turned in.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything. They actually contacted Social Security to find out. Social Security sent them and I a letter saying, that's not our job. Are you high, basically? No, we don't provide you with what you should have provided us.
What?
Yeah. This is a supposed well-respected law firm in Boston.
What?
Yeah. So I've been turned down twice. But another thing that might have worked against my favor is at that time I was still getting my disability through my insurance company. And as long as I had income that exceeded what I would have gotten on Social Security anyway, why would they pick up that expense when there's an insurance company paying it? So
yeah.
I think that may have hinged in their decision to not give it to me, I guess. I don't know.
Man.
Yeah, medically, I mean, the last time I got turned down it was about 2018, 2019, right in there.
Yeah.
It took about 6 weeks to get a decision. We had to do it by video conference.
Video conference, yeah.
Yeah, the judge was in Montana, and the vocational expert was in Utah, and I was in Pueblo.
It's crazy how that works, huh?
Yeah, it sucked.
Wow.
So,
well, that's a whole process. What does the future look like for that? Are you going to give it another shot, trying to...
I think I should, because, I could take early retirement from Social Security again if they're still in business. I could take that in 2.5 years, 62.
Okay.
That reduces your monthly payment by quite a bit. If you wait until you're 67, or in your case it'd be 90 probably by the time they keep moving the ages up because we're living longer.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it does. It sucks. 67 is normal retirement age for me, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it has keep going up, huh?
I think for you it'd be 70, isn't it?
I haven't even looked into it. I never... Honestly, I've been, up until recently, I've been really walking a thin line.
Off the books?
Yeah, and I didn't think I'd make it. I thought I'd be a member of the 27 Club, to be honest, But here I am, sitting here before you today, interviewing you, Tom.
Yeah.
We got some of the present day stuff. We're going to end there, but I want to just kind of start from the beginning. You were born in Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
Correct.
You left early, though?
When I was 5.
5, oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mom had just died. So we moved to Colorado. And
at 5, moved to Colorado. You and your dad?
Well, no, yeah. And my sisters.
And your 3 sisters and your brother?
No brothers.
No brothers. How did your mother pass away?
She got hit by a train in front of our house. We have 40 acres and had to cross, our driveway crossed the railroad tracks up by the highway. And yeah, it was in the winter time. It was the day before my little sister's birthday. And we don't know if she got stuck on the tracks in the ice, because northern Minnesota. And
it gets cold as shit there. And icy and snowy.
But she grew up driving in that kind of weather in South Dakota, northern Minnesota, Michigan.
Yeah. That's like, you do that stuff with your eyes closed when you grow up there.
Yeah, I feel comfortable driving in snow and ice. Most people don't. But anyway, she had my two older sisters in the back seat, and was coming back from getting stuff at the store and buying something for my sister's birthday. And it was doing 60 miles an hour or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was going way faster than it should have, and it wasn't announcing. It didn't have the horn. It's supposed to do that when it crosses residential areas, for sure.
Wow. That's crazy. Do you know how long your mom and dad were married at that time? Or,
Oh, let's see.
I know you're only 5.
I wouldn't be totally sure. Let's see. No, this based on my sister's age and the fact that young couples usually get knocked up right away.
Yeah.
1960 to 72, probably about 12 years.
Wow.
They've been married. No, it was maybe a little before that, probably 13. Lucky number.
So it happened very, very young for you. Your dad is now taking care of you and 3 sisters. Do you know how that affected him? Like, I mean, I know it happened when you were young, and maybe you caught some tail ends of it, but...
No, I mean, you can see changes in your parents when, they might be happier one day and not the next, but he was pretty consistent. He was angry and volatile.
Yeah.
All the time. It wasn't just after that, but some people said that after my mom died, older people, friends of theirs, would say that, he seems to have gotten meaner, not as nice, however, after she passed away. But
wow.
Yeah. 1776. So he was single for 4 years, and he finally entrapped my stepmom. Married her.
How, I mean, providing wise, did he do a good job in that manner?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, we never missed a meal, I don't think. Got to do things.
Yeah. There was still somewhat some normal
skiing and camping. Yeah. I think a lot of it was. I think at the time, none of us kids thought that way. And I don't know if any of us do still. I do somewhat. I think that he did a decent job considering his background and his just his personality and stuff.
What was his background?
He was a Nazi in World War II.
Oh, no way.
He came up here in 55. So, like 5-6 years after the war ended, he was in the United States. But
yeah, I never knew how the migration process happened on that side with from coming to the U.S. Like I know they there's a project something where a bunch of scientists they took Nazi scientists.
Yeah, they like put up help wanted signs in Germany, I guess, for chemical engineers and nuclear engineers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, he was a mining engineer by education, and then when he came to the U.S., he got an electronics engineering degree and never used it. He just because he was interested in it. But,
So I guess what was his career?
Worked for U.S. Steel for a while. After my mom died, he bought a little Radio Shack franchise in Colorado, up in Canyon City. Building's still there. It's not a Radio Shack.
No way,
obviously, but yeah.
Kansas City is a very beautiful place. I like it.
And then, let's see, after that, he sold that in the, recession in 74. And I think, no, he sold that. He only had that for a couple of years. Sold that and he bought a salvage yard on the edge of town, and that's what he kept until he retired.
Really? Is that where you got your passion for vehicles?
Getting around everywhere? No, I like cars. I've liked them my entire life. Now, had he not had a salvage yard, would I like cars still? Yeah, I'm sure I would. Maybe wouldn't know how to fix them or
to the degree.
Have the tools that I need, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, dang. What is the ages differences between you and your sisters? Are you like the youngest or?
Second from the youngest. Okay. Yeah, I got a little sister that's 18 months. Oh, okay. Probably younger.
How old is your oldest sister?
She's old as fuck. Not old enough, let's put it that way. Not a big fan of hers. 60 something. Let's see. She's born in 60s, so yeah.
Do you know how the passing of your mother affected your sisters at all? Were you able to notice any change in that?
Yeah, Chris had kind of a black eye, and Monica, I think, dislocated her shoulder or something. Yeah, they were in the back seat when it happened. So,
oh yeah, that's right.
And they were pretty much okay. Psychologically, it's hard to tell. They were bitches.
I feel like there's different times too, where, I don't know, like I do this podcast for mental health awareness reasons, you know, and I feel like back then, not so much a thing.
Oh, not at all. I mean, that was, you had mental health care, like the state hospital.
Yeah.
The resources might come through a social worker or something, but yeah, they didn't have half the awareness that they do now.
Yeah. Not like outreach programs or anything like that.
And then growing up with my dad probably fucked him up a little bit worse. Probably fucked me up worse too. But you can take bad situations and learn how not to do things as easily as you can to learn how to do things. So
yeah, I think that's a big part of, like, at least for me, fatherhood, and you don't get to pick your parents, so you can do the best you can by taking do's and don'ts and and shaping your own life, and then trying to mold your children's lives to be not anything like that, you know?
Yeah, no, it's kind of different. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
My upbringing taught me how not to raise children, and I ended up not raising my own kids. Other people's kids I raised on and off. But
Yeah. Like a stepdad situation?
yeah, I've never really been that active in girlfriends' kids' lives or anything. I mean, I like them. And my last wife, I was very active with the son. I never adopted him. I was never technically his stepfather. But
Yeah.
I could go get him out of school if I needed to, and probably could have gotten him medical care somehow.
Yeah. You moved to New Mexico at 5?
Yeah, the day before my senior year of high school started, I moved.
So your adult life begins in New Mexico.
Yep.
What do you do after high school?
Get high.
Get high?
Yeah.
For many years?
Yeah, and then I woke up and I had gray hair and shit. Everything else is a blur.
Everything was a blur.
Yeah, no, I was still taking classes occasionally. I took a couple up at the community college. But yeah, I was working so much, I really found it hard to go to school even part-time. So,
If you had like a pie chart of, I don't know, from your 20s and 30s, what do you allot to work? What do you allot to drugs? What do you allot to
as far as what?
hobby? Yeah, time, yes. Hobby.
Let's see, we knocked 2/3 of it out by sleep, and then, God, I don't know. I worked about 70 hours a week at probably, at least the last job I know I did, and before that maybe 60 hours a week at most places where I was employed. And yeah, I did. I smoked a lot of pot, but that never caused me any problems with employment or anything like that. It did for one job that I was seeking, that I flunked the test, but I was never employed there. There was no record of me having flunked it. I felt kind of exonerated by that, but yeah, it never got me fired or anything.
I don't consider marijuana a drug anyways, so...
Yeah, and it depends on what you call a drug, too.
True.
It's, yeah, it has some psychoactive effects, and yeah, I think I benefited from it, but...
Yeah. Would you say that might have been something that helped with maybe shit you dealt with from the crazy, structure of your life growing up, I know.
No, it just helped me deal with day-to-day stress. I didn't really dwell on my upbringing or anything. It would come into clearer view when I was trying to be a stepdad or something. And maybe my level, what I think would be good discipline for kids is pretty mellow, way too mellow, I guess. And I don't know. I think that I have strong expectations for their discipline, but very little
like reinforcement action or something?
Yeah, there's not much I can do on punishment because I don't hit kids. I couldn't do that. But yeah, I use some of the same psychological things that my dad and probably every other parent in the world has used.
Yeah.
I'm going to take away this or that or whatever, you're going to earn your luxuries in life.
Yeah.
I'll keep you alive, maybe. And
out of all the jobs that you've had and held, were any of those like, this is my career, I'm going to carve out for the rest of my life, and maybe I'll do 25 years and retire with benefits and a pension? Or
where did you hear I worked?
I'm trying to figure out which jobs you did work.
Yeah, no, not really any of them. Yeah, none of them I could see myself doing for a lifetime. I did retail right at during my senior year, and for about 6 or 7 years, maybe afterwards.
Yeah.
I managed Radio Shack on the Video Square store, and I liked it just because I liked electronics.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't really think of it
Yeah.
from a career standpoint. I made barely enough money to support myself and have a couple of kids and try to support them for a while.
Yeah.
Bitch mom.
When was your first marriage?
I didn't know there was going to be a test.
You're failing, by the way. I'm just
85,
kidding.
I got to think about this. I think it was 88 or 89.
Right.
One
when I
of
was
those
born.
2 years.
Yeah. How did you meet her? And yeah, how did that start? How did that look like?
Met her at the mall that my Radio Shack store was at. No, that was when I still had Video Square. No, yeah, I was with Radio Shack by then and was working at the mall. And one of the owners of the shop down the road introduced me to her, and that was it. I was, what, 20 years old? I was...
Usually at 20, we don't even know what's really going on in life.
No, we don't. And of course, I knew everything there was to know when I was 15, 14. So
I can know it all.
I thought I was, and I was pretty close. I've learned a lot of shit in life and forgotten most of it, but still.
Your passion for vehicles and taking things apart, putting things together, electronics. What else are you passionate about?
Things that make me happy. Food, yeah.
I love me some food.
Yeah.
What's your jam? What kind of food?
Anything that I could make easily. I mean, I don't really have one specific food. I like Tex-Mex, Mexican-American type foods.
New Mexico's got some good cuisine.
Yeah, but our shit here is not authentic. You don't have like salsa verde. It's gonna be probably green chili or something. Green chili and pork here.
You mean like here in Colorado?
Moles and stuff, yeah. And in New Mexico even too. New Mexico
Really?
has been pretty anglicized or whatever, Americanized.
Yeah.
I go to Mexico, I see a lot more fish and
True.
a lot of different flavoring, mole and
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Man,
sense.
just-
It is. Well, it's like its own version of Mexican food. Like kind of.
yeah, but yeah, we don't use tomatillos in our salsa verdes and stuff, and instead we use green chili or
Hatch
just make an
chilies.
avocado. Yeah, and I love hatch chilies. I got addicted to that stuff in New Mexico.
Nice.
Usually up until the last year or two, I would buy some in the fall, and I would just get, up here I get the Pueblo chilies. They're good. Any kind of Anaheim chili that's a decent size and has a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
I dig them. Yeah.
Huh. Can you make a
yeah,
mean
for
salsa?
food. What?
Can you make a mean salsa?
I might be able to, but I hardly ever do. The regular salsa that we have up here, the canned stuff, if I have to have it for some reason for cooking something or whatever, I'll just buy a jar of it. But yeah, green chili is the only thing I really process that I have to freeze enough to last throughout the year.
Really?
Take a bushel and freeze it, get it all seeded and peeled and put it in bags and freeze it, and you can use it all year round.
Damn. I am into that idea.
Yeah, and yeah, I was doing it up until I lost the electricity. I mean, I can have electricity when I want to. You've seen how reliable my generator is.
Yeah, what is the situation with that? I know.
I played with it for 5 minutes last night, and it was turning over and everything. It sounded like it was going to start. It could be that piece of shit fuel valve. That thing's really... It's hard to turn on and off, and it's not...
Well, what's the deal with the electricity and you not having it? Because these guys got it. These guys got it. All your neighbors got it. Why don't you have it?
They might not. Oh, electricity.
Yes.
Yeah, because they haven't had an income since 2018.
Ah,
So 8 years with no paychecks coming in.
none.
Yeah, I couldn't pay my electric bill after a while. I mean, I had money in the bank when that happened, but
Yeah.
not enough to last for 8+ years. And in the last 2 years, I've had no provided electricity, from power company.
Yeah.
I've had no running water from the city utilities, but I carry water in, and the electricity, I've got generators. I was working on solar. I got a battery that'll last for a little while if I'm using a voltage inverter inside. So
Wow. Now that you mention all this, I feel horrible for like taking generators from you because that's like all you got.
well, not really. I mean, I charge my battery up at a friend's house maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Big old 12-volt, 200 ampere hour lithium.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and it lasts me for days and days.
Charge your phone, stuff like that.
Yeah, I run my lights off of that for days,
Oh.
charging my phone.
Good. The hot tub.
And yeah, I use it to power the heater on the hot tub and the pump and everything. Yeah.
You can't see it, but it does not look it's in commission.
Yeah, I could run that if I used my 2 smaller generators, if they were working properly.
Holy shit. You know what? You getting that solar is going to be like a good step in the right direction, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. It's little by little. I get a battery and then I need panels because I broke my panels that I had in the backyard. And they were kind of more experimental than functional. I've got a panel on my motorhome too, so
Yeah, I gotta
that's
check that.
going to be replaced at some point. I'm sure it's been fried.
So you have no income, haven't had it any since 2018.
Yeah.
Are you just like wheeling and dealing? Like I'm gonna help you with these battery situation, right? Go get
That's
them.
awesome. Yeah, stuff like that. Those came out of my motorhome and all my different broken down vehicles here. If I looked, I could probably find another one or two.
Well, that's the other thing.
I planned on selling those.
I feel like you're sitting on some money with just vehicles, though. You know what I mean? Like you could probably.
Yeah, and the thing that hurts though is that they might be $20 away from getting running. The PT Cruiser, I bought all the new parts and put the belt on, and all I need to do is take my motor mount off, put one timing belt cover on, and then the top one on, and put that motor mount back in. I mean, I was already done changing that. I'll have to refill the air conditioner, vacuum it out, and then refill it. Right now it's only worth a few $100 to salvage yard probably.
I guess.
But it's only got 100,000 miles on it. Yeah, little shit that stops me from continuing the jobs that I need to do, and I've already bought the parts to do and stuff like that. I blame it all on ADHD, really.
I got that too.
I was diagnosed in my 30s. I went to a vocational rehabilitation service run by the state of New Mexico, and they were cool. They kind of had suggestions and things because I was kind of not sure which direction I was going career-wise, work-wise. And
Do you think that has a lot to do with that?
what's that, the ADHD?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. All my circumstances.
That makes so much sense.
And I blew it off because I'm like, I'm not hyperactive. Fuck you. I'm hypoactive.
Yeah.
Come up with one that says attention deficit hypoactive
Disorder.
Yeah. I will jump on board.
Mm-hmm.
But I blew it off. And it was just on a one-time, like 300 question questionnaire that I filled out, and they said, "Yeah, you're ADHD," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, well, thank you."
How did you even get in the position to take that test? Like,
I sought their help.
Okay.
It turns out that their main mission is to help convicted felons and whatever, which I'm not.
Yeah.
Help them find jobs or careers after prison to help in their rehabilitation, which I think is a noble cause. But
Yeah.
it took me handful of visits before I was actually pulled aside and told that by the director down there. I was like, so you guys have been like kind of almost leading me along, giving me a little bit of advice, but I can't give any help because I'm not a convict. And they were helping these guys start up businesses, helping them with tools and licensing and whatever, and really putting some money into rehabilitation. But yet, because I hadn't committed any crimes, I'd gotten some speeding tickets in my 20s.
Yeah, but you're a straight shooter, so they wouldn't help you out.
Yeah.
That's kind of
That was kind of a trip. Yeah, and I just recently, like 6 months ago, was reading online, and I started realizing, fucking A, I do have ADHD. Oh my God. It's got a lot of publicity, I guess, online, or maybe just my search engine has decided I have it too.
The algorithm.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But the fact that I went my entire life struggling with keeping interest in things, changing careers.
Fuck, that makes
all the time.
You even explaining that to me, because like I forgot that that's like a part of the ADHD, because a lot of it, because definitely I've done so many different things. I moved so many different places, tried so many different jobs, but focus has been a tough one for me.
Yeah, focus on long-term commitments on things.
Yes.
You're trying to feed the dopamine monster. And it's the wiring in our brains is actually different. I mean, they can measure the neurons, what parts of the brain are active and how active they are. And our brains are seeking dopamine, and without it, they really are non-functional. The ability to
what do you call that? What do you call it when
to activate your body to do the things you need to do, your executive function.
Procrastination.
Yes, and that's procrastination is a huge ADHD.
That is so bad for me. I actually have tools, I would call them tools, but like things that I do at home that I have to build up in the morning to even like begin to whatever the task I'm supposed to be fucking doing. Yeah. I have to go through like a ritual. A ritual, yeah. Which is
I'm good at forgetting things, like putting them out of my immediate mind.
Oh, I'm so fucking horrible with that.
That kind of bad. It leads to a bad memory leads to a clear conscience.
Man, that's a good way of fucking putting that. Hold that thought for 1 second. I forgot. I've been stressed. I've been like smoking cigs lately. Ooh. So I'm gonna run and grab my smokes real quick. 1 sec.
Dogs.
Oh man. Oh, there it is. Dopamine receptors, that hits that, but it's crazy. Like it's just like such a, because I have like a few different diagnoses from different periods of my life. Like ADHD was a adult thing that I found out later on in life, and it made so much sense to me because my teachers thought I was so smart but would not pay attention.
Yeah.
And was so checked out of things that I knew I would not use later on in life. And
that's another major symptom. I started reading all this shit online. I can't believe it took me until I was pretty much 1 foot in the grave to figure this shit out. But it makes sense. Like, I'll buy supplies for those roof panels over there. That's enough to re-roof my trailer, and I should have done it.
God, fuck.
6 years ago, whenever I bought those.
Yeah.
And I just I lost. As soon as I lose interest, it's not going to give me that rush. Or, like with those, my body there wasn't any way I was going to finish it because I kept injuring myself.
Wow. Man.
I have a bad habit of getting things planned, starting them, and not getting them finished just because I don't have the function, the ability to get up and just force my brain and my body to do this or do that.
Yeah.
I can do tedious shit. But
I get that.
Struggle.
Man, I feel like my whole life was leading up to me starting this podcast, which the idea began in like 2022. And I've hung on to it and it's successful now. And I never let it go because it was like that one thing that I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm fucking good at this. There's research that goes into it. There's like, I'm a well-rounded person because I tried so many different things my whole life. And it equates to this, you know what I mean? Like I can vibe with so many different people because I fucking tried everything. I've done everything this person's done, this person's done at least once. And then growing up in like the melting pot of California and being around so many different cultures and just saying yes to everything and just...
California's a place, isn't it? I've worked there a few times.
Yeah? You've only been, you said you've been back to Minnesota twice?
Yeah, since my mom died.
What for?
To visit, check it out. Just to see the old house, I guess.
How much traveling have you done in your day, would you say?
Quite a bit. I mean, I've been all over Europe. I've been all over the U.S. I've never been to Alaska or Hawaii or Florida or Georgia.
That kind of sounds like
That's about it. I've been everywhere but those.
No shit.
States. Been in Canada, Mexico, all the way down to Oaxaca. I've been...
What are your favorite places that you've been, like, in your memory that, off the top of your head, are like, man, that was an amazing experience, or a beautiful place, or awesome people, or yeah?
I liked Mexico, southern Mexico. I would take that motorhome and go to Oaxaca right now somewhere. I don't know what beach, but it's all well controlled. There's no massive
Cartel shit.
Well, no, not at all, because it's right next to the border of Central America that they have. Their naval presence is pretty high. They have federales. They're worried about Central Americans and South Americans making their way into Mexico. So
boats.
That little pinch point is stuffed with law enforcement. They don't allow any major high rises or anything. They have a 5-story limit on resorts there on the beach, and it's nature preserve all around it. So I really like that. People were fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Southern Mexico. Never been, I don't think.
And it's on the Pacific side, not on the
Atlantic. On the Gulf.
Atlantic or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, it'd be the Atlantic down there.
Yeah, fuck, that's cool. Where else? Where else besides Mexico? Europe. Where did you check out in Europe?
Oh shit, it's been a long time. I was a teenager, maybe. Last time we went, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. Back when they had them, Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia. The fuck are they? Serbia and Bosnia now. Anyway, Mediterranean, Italy. I have not been to Greece.
No?
No.
Yeah, my dad, because I'm leaving to Portugal in a week.
Yeah.
And go spend the summer there. See my dad, take care of the house, look into building a house next door, check out some properties, see what I can build, what it's growing. There's export of eucalyptus trees is huge there.
Wow.
Cork, whatever that tree is that produces cork.
I think it's a type of oak tree that they use.
I believe
it's the bark.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Portugal, I think, is the #1 exporter of cork.
Cool.
And I mean, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm gonna go do that and everything. But my dad wants to take like a flight to oh man, totally lost it. But basically, Estonia is one of the countries.
Okay, yeah.
We would stop.
Former Soviet bloc countries.
Yeah. And then stop and Croatia.
Really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, for nature.
Yeah, and we're gonna train through all those countries, and just see whatever the cool shit there is to see there, and spend 10 days or something.
That would be fun, and it's inexpensive to
Yeah.
cruise around. At least Croatia, I know somebody that was there. God, no, it was pre-COVID, so it's been a while, I guess. But still, yeah.
What were you doing during COVID?
Hanging out here.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Just hanging out. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, hanging out, hitting the local. Let's see. Doing as little as possible and staying busy.
Staying busy.
How's that? I wasn't working or anything, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and help you with that solar panel situation too. I did offer that service to go pick that up. But
I don't think it'll fit though. Those are big, 5 foot by 4 foot or something. I'd have to get measurements again, but they didn't fit in 2 people's cars that I know. And I know yours is a transport van or something when you open it up. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That would be badass for this situation, I feel like.
it would, and I've already got a line on another guy that's got a bunch of used ones that are also big, like commercial sized solar panels, and I think he might even have the controllers. And yeah, it would save me from having to bug my friend down the street and using her garage for a day and a half to charge my lithium-ion battery.
Yeah. They made these new salt something.
I've heard about that. Some German company, I think, came up with a salt or saline battery.
Something like that.
That's supposed to make lithium look pretty sad.
Yeah. I'm looking into those. And on top of that, they're able to be outside in the harsh winters and not have the drainage that you would from a lithium ion.
Yeah, you can't charge a lithium below freezing. You've got to provide some heat for it before it'll even take a charge.
Yeah.
And functioning is probably a little bit below zero, but still, yeah, you got to be able to charge them.
On your list of goals or to do, how high is it for getting that RV in working, running condition, and I don't know, maybe take off and go to southern Mexico or something like that? Yeah,
that was kind of a plan, and it's still a possibility. It's not a plan anymore. Yeah, it's of interest to me, and it's more interest to me than fixing up my mobile home. I mean, I bought this thing, I put new carpet in, did a little bit of painting, and now the paint is already coming off. And the landscaping I did has been overtaken by weeds and shit stacked on it.
A little bit of work to be done.
I had a beautiful yard in the back, and right now it's all weeds. There's not a single blade of grass back there, I don't think.
Yeah, like a pond situation.
And I had a koi pond. The koi were breeding.
What?
And yeah, it was nice. It was, 4 feet deep on one end, and on the shallow end it was maybe a foot deep, 9 foot by 5 foot wide, something like that. It wasn't very big. It was like you took a Volkswagen Bug and plopped it upside down. That kind of a contour and depth, probably.
Yeah.
But
how much do you believe your ADHD brain or health issues that have staggered or these plans or these
yeah, kind of fucked them up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that my ADHD thinking gets triggered. I start losing that dopamine response or whatever, lose interest in things because of health issues. So it compounds a little bit when you've got a health problem that prevents you from doing a project. You're not going to do it. You're not going to get the dopamine response that your brain requires to switch on, become productive. Hard to say what the percentage would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, my physical health is fucked up too, so. Yeah, that surgery, if I don't get that surgery in the next couple of months, this will be my last interview.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's pretty severe.
I mean, we've hung out a handful of times, and this is the first day I think I've seen you move around without a, you have a cane, right? Don't you?
Yeah, I use it sometimes. Sometimes if I got enough stuff near me to hang on to, I tend to lean it against something and forget it. But
besides the numbness, because I was trying to offer you some kratom, which is like a natural painkiller, but you told me you don't have pain.
No, my neck hurts occasionally, but not bad enough to rely on any painkillers or anything. I just have no coordination and very little sensory perception. When I tap the table, it used to just send tingles like electric shocks. And it's getting to the point now where I don't really get that anymore. I would almost prefer to have a little bit of pain because it's damaging my spine, and your body can rework neural networks, find other ways to get through, and I'm a strong believer in that. But my spine is about 50% erased. It's permanent damage, and at some point my limbs are going to lose out in their little space in there. They're going to lose out to my heart, my lungs, and my autonomic functioning is going to take priority. So I will be quadriplegic if I can't get it fixed. Or I don't think it's ever going to improve. They've told me that damage is permanent. But to stop the progression, it has gotten much worse very quickly.
Yeah, like in the last year or so?
Probably in the last year. I mean, I've had a lot of these symptoms before on and off, but it's pervasive and it's far much more of it. I look at my MRIs and it just shocks the shit out of me that I'm still alive.
Really?
I mean, got a vertebrae that's normally open 10 centimeters or whatever, or 10 centimeters. Yeah, it's maybe the circumferences. Anyway, it's down to a little less than half that in like 3 spots in my cervical vertebrae. So it's pinching it off and damaging it. If you look at my actual side view of my spine, it's normal size and then half as big. Normal size, half as big. And it's got to be probably half of it has been damaged. The myelin, the outer diameter of my entire spine is shrinking, and I don't know at what rate, because we just realized that it was stenosis. I've complained about some of these symptoms for years, but nobody's ever diagnosed that my vertebrae were pinching off my spine. That was ways away.
Can we talk about your second marriage? I'm sure, I think we just barely brushed on it earlier, and I mean barely. How did you meet her? Obviously,
sorry.
Obviously it ended poorly. Did it start good?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I think they all do.
They all usually do start good, yes.
Yeah. Just find a friend of mine that I used to work with was working with her and hooked me up with her. He tried for about a year before I even met her, and we hit it off pretty quickly, but I was probably lonely at the time too, so.
That does play a part.
Yeah, I've lived alone most of my life.
How much does loneliness affect you? And if it does or does not, how do you combat it?
It doesn't, so I don't combat it really. I've actually cut back on the circle of friends that I've had over the years up here, and the number of people that I want to meet or that I do meet has declined quite a bit. And I don't feel lonely. I actually finally feel some sense of privacy and, I don't know, not as much going on in my mind with all these different people and all the different issues. And so I'm finally realizing how messed up my brain has been my whole life, and why you test in the top 2% of the nation on test scores, but you struggle to get through a day of class. That stuff never made any sense. You're supposed to be getting straight A's because you've got these super high test scores, but that carried through life. You get a job and it starts to lose interest to your differently wired brain.
Yeah.
You're asked to do things for the wrong motivations and stuff. Yeah. It just doesn't happen.
It's crazy. Like, just from this conversation alone, I've been able to pull out so many different aspects of my own life. Like, even around the time I started the podcast, it was around the time that I started cutting people out of my life. And I did struggle with loneliness for a long time. That just stems from childhood trauma and my lust for women and things like that. But I don't feel lonely anymore. It's almost like people want me to feel lonely, or they want, like, back in my life, or they want me to be a part of my life, when I adore the privacy now, and I appreciate it more, and it makes me feel like maybe I never had those high test scores, or maybe that high of test scores, but I wasn't able to apply my potential to things like this, because I was worrying about what other people were doing, or other people in my life, like. But now that I don't have that, it's like I have all this extra energy that
attention,
that's good. My attention to put into the right things, like my kids and
well, people do it to have a bunch of kids. I couldn't. I don't know. I just have a hard time with that. A busy life to me would just be confusing and,
I think,
counterproductive. I don't know.
I think, like, although I am hyper busy, I don't have many different things that I'm busy with. It's like I have very few things now that I place my energy into, which, yes, I'm very, very busy, but they're all like positive things. I've removed the negative from my life, so I'm able to really apply my energy into things like this, which is helping people.
Yeah.
So,
that's good.
I don't know. That's where my happiness tends to come from nowadays.
One of my favorite jobs, employment, whatever, was working for a pharmaceutical company, knowing that I was saving people's lives. And
absolutely,
to me, that was very mentally, emotionally rewarding. I mean, the day-to-day work wasn't that great, but
yeah.
I was very happy to have made an impact on somebody else's life that was positive and didn't involve me impregnating her.
What high test scores and what tests are you speaking of?
Standardized testing that they did in high school.
SATs type of thing?
No, PSATs, and then they had a national test that everybody took every year for many years. Standardized national, I don't know what the acronym is for that specifically, but for several years we took them. It's to test regional differences in education, things I'm sure too, but it was in the top 2% of the nation for, I think, 3 out of 4 subjects. And I mean, it wasn't an IQ test, it was a knowledge test, and it was science, math, I think English, history, or social studies. I don't remember all the sections, but yeah, I think my worst score, and there were several different scores every year, might have been in the top 5 percentile of the nation. And yeah, and I was struggling just to, keep my grades halfway up. I never had straight A's. I
Yeah.
was usually pretty close to it, but
Huh. Have you ever taken an IQ test?
no, I would hate to now, but yeah, back when my brain was working a little bit better and I hadn't been in so many accidents and cut off the oxygen to it for, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I never have done it. I've seen them online. I've never taken one because I don't really. I wouldn't think they're very reliable, but maybe they are.
Maybe nowadays. What do you think you apply your intelligence to most now?
Oh, I've lost most of it, honestly. I've learned a lot of shit, done a lot of different things throughout my life. I think I've become wiser and maybe, I think a lot of stuff that I had learned by the time I was 30 has already, a lot of it's faded away, So I think I peaked out right around 25, 30 years old.
Really?
I just had to get out of retail and started doing different trades for months at a time. I'd even work temp jobs just to try something I hadn't tried before.
Sounds like me, yeah.
It was pretty fun, not very rewarding financially, but yeah.
I believe that because I never grew up with a lot, I've also never had a whole bunch like materialistically, but I feel like where the trade-off was my memories, the memories that I've made, relationships that I've had. I don't know. With the like pursuit of education, things like that. Like I've gone to different colleges, never graduated, had different majors, but I think where I kind of stopped the pursuit of education. This is one thing that like came to me a little bit ago. The women that I dated were always like in their pursuit of education or something along that. But I felt like that's where I was getting my fulfillment for, increase of intelligence or things like that. The conversation every day with a intellectual mind stimulated mine, and so it's like almost every girl that I dated was in that.
Wore glasses and no kidding.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, well, that's.
Or they were all graduated very early, got their degrees very early.
Were they older than you?
No,
No,
younger, all younger. No, no. I don't know what it is exactly, but they all were very good in their fields, and they always continued their education as well. And it was also their families too, same thing. It all like kind of passed down, and mine wasn't like that at all. But that's what I was drawn to. It's like I'm getting smarter by being with this person every day.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. I was interested in TNA, and honestly, intelligence, if I look back on it, was obviously not a prerequisite for me.
Which, I mean, that's not like a good or bad thing,
It's like kids. Kids that are really smart are a pain in the ass.
That's true.
They are. They're gonna challenge you at every stage of the game, and they're gonna be good at it. And yeah, dumb kids are easy to keep in line and have a little bit of direction added to their life without getting beat up over it, or not, psychologically.
That's so very true. We learned a whole lot about your life. I think I'm going to kind of lean towards the end with just some questions, and then we'll kind of finish off with there.
Okay.
Well, I think you already answered the question that you have no regrets, but you would go back and change some things.
Yeah, I'd tweak a few things here and there, and there's a couple things I might avoid, but what would that have cost? I'm not really. I don't assume that any change that I might have made 10 years ago, 20 years ago, would have wound me up in a better position. I could assume just as easily that it would have ended my life in 10 minutes after that event happened. So I'm glad I'm still alive and sucking air. Yeah.
For other people that listen to this and they pull lessons from these conversations, what would be a thing or two that you would have changed? Not that you wanted to change the course of your life, but maybe that was a bunch of pain that caused you, or maybe that was, you know, I guess we didn't even get into the divorce.
Oh, divorce too. She's just a gold digger and bad mom, and I shouldn't have married her. And yeah, it was only like a year and a half or something. I was married to her. I was with her for about 3 years. Yeah, she cost me a ton of money, but yeah, there was just, I think money was the issue, because I had money in the bank and she needed it and was getting ready to lose her house. And her parents had spoiled her all her life. And
that's a big
I was
one.
happy to walk away from that one. She mentioned the word and I was already packing my shit. Left that house, and all I took was a carload of clothes and stuff that I had, tools out in the garage. But yeah, I left her everything.
Just to be
Just
done
to
with
get out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I realized that she had taken a lot of money from me. Just visiting my dad, she took 17 grand out. I was up here in Pueblo. She was down in Albuquerque pulling cash out.
How were you not able to catch on to that? Was it like...
Oh, no, it was right at the very end that she did that, and I didn't really think I needed to take the checking account, take her off of the account, because she hadn't put any money into that account for probably a year before we split up.
Damn.
I was...
Didn't even think about it. Damn.
You know, your wife, you're supposed to trust this person. This
Yeah.
person has promised to stay with you your entire life. I took the vows, both weddings, very seriously.
Yeah.
And the second one, I finally realized how seriously stupid it was of me to even think that it was going to last a lifetime. It just wasn't, you know. People change. People hide their motivations, so you never know.
That is a very, very true lesson right there.
Yeah, I've been taken advantage of plenty of times trying to help people out. Like I said, I often fuck myself to help somebody else, and it's caught up to me eventually, and yeah.
I can relate to that very much.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think ruins relationships most?
Poor level of the idea of commitment. I think a lot of people aren't committed to make things work.
Giving up really fast.
Yeah, just like, fuck it, there's more fish in the sea or whatever, you know. And if people's inability to see each other's flaws and to accept them rather than trying to change them.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to try to help somebody help themselves, you know, like expose an idea that maybe they might work on this or that, but, you know, you're not going to get somebody and say, okay, I got a physical attraction, I just got to mold you into the person that I want you to be.
Yeah.
That fucks up a lot of stuff.
Do you think that's turned you into a cold person at all, or has it changed any?
I think by most people's standards, I've always been kind of a cold person. I have kind of a clinical view of a lot of things, and a lot of relationships. I get pretty quick vibes on what a person's intentions are now after trying to ignore it for years and just say, oh, that's my imagination. She's not trying to rip me off or whatever. And
cold world.
Now I think most people consider me to be pretty unemotional, and I have emotions, kind of. Anger's one, yeah. But yeah, it's.
Do you believe your run in the dating pool is over, or do you still have some hope for that?
Oh no, my dick fell off years ago.
Years ago.
No, it's I really don't think that I would be an asset to anybody else's life So why would I drag him down right now? Yeah, I'm not really. I've got girls I can go to right here in the neighborhood that would still try to kickstart it for me. But yeah, no, I'm not looking for it. That's usually what happens just before you get married or something, I think. But yeah, I'm not pursuing it or anything. I've got a couple of play dates here and there. A couple of them are within a few blocks of here, but
Nice.
yeah, I kind of blew it off for a while. Went from man whore to celibate monk.
Damn.
Not really intentionally, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of just over it for a while. I got to concentrate on keeping myself alive for a little while, and having some woman pissing me off or her husband coming home and finding me might shorten my lifespan. So
Yeah. Oddly similar situation. So at this point in your life, you have some medical stuff that you're dealing with. You're doing what you can by yourself, but with the help of a few people.
Okay.
What brings you happiness now in this moment? You have a dog.
Waking up. Yeah, no, I love they keep me alive. I mean, honestly, I might not be alive if it wasn't for the three of my pets. Just the responsibility. I might have gone off and tried to get to Mexico without putting new tires on the motorhome or something.
Yeah.
You know, they keep me responsible and kind of anchored. And I don't know. I consider pets to be more like family than tools or accessories like some people can. And I couldn't have done a lot of stupid shit that I might have done by now if I didn't have them around. So
I get that.
yeah,
That's beautiful because, like you said, people do look at them not as, they look at them as accessories, not as members of the family, which I do look at them as members of the family.
Yeah, that bothers me. They don't really have a voice for themselves, and people just treat them like shit. That's like the feral cats, man. It's trailer parks. There's a lot of feral cat activity that I did a trap and release with the guy, and I'm probably going to do it again this summer.
Yeah.
Trap 5 or 6 of them and take them down and get them fixed, get them vaccinated, and bring them back and release them the next day. And a lot of them, any cat you see in this neighborhood that's missing way more of its left ear than was necessary.
Yeah.
They're cats that I trapped and released, and I put food outside for them pretty occasionally.
Yeah.
To help them out. But yeah, it's good to have them around. They're helping with pest control and
Definitely.
yeah, that makes me happy. I'm glad I did that. And I don't want to just kill them. I think a lot of people just pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and around here, like, they got ducks, chickens, stuff like that. There's a lot of people in the neighborhood that are doing that, and I think that's awesome. I'll look to them, keep their roosters quiet in the morning would be probably okay with me too, but I don't think we should encroach on their rights to do that.
Yeah.
Cats will do that.
Cats will do that.
They'll encroach, yeah.
You've been on this earth for 59.7 years.
Correct.
How different has the world changed in your view? I don't know, in the last 10 years? When did a jump happen, would you say?
I quit working 12 years ago now. Let's see. Yeah, well, let's just say for the sake of conversation, 12, 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We've had COVID. We've had fucking Donald Trump get us into all kinds of stupid diplomatic shit. I think the world has changed quite a bit just in the last 2 or 3 years. But yeah, since I quit working, everything seems to have gone to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is an antidote to combating the world falling apart?
Oh, time machine almost at this point. That would be the only way to fix it. I think a change in political power would make a big difference. I'm ashamed that Trump is our fucking president. Let's just say president with his name in the same sentence. But
Yeah.
yeah, I have no allegiance to that man at all. I hated him before he got into politics. They had that Celebrity Apprentice shit going on
You're
TV.
fired.
Yeah, I would catch my dad watching it. I'd come up here and visit, and my dad's old and sitting on his recliner and watching Donald Trump on that show. And I told him, Papa, if any of your family showed up and saw you watching this, I would be so embarrassed for you. I said, he's such an idiot, blah, 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 blah. I cut him down a lot to my dad, and he was just a diehard Trump fan. I'm glad Trump didn't get into politics until after my dad passed, because if he'd seen some of the dumb shit he's done, both presidencies, oh, fuck.
He'd be upset, huh?
My dad would be pissed, yeah. I was just pissed when he got elected the first time. The second time, I just said, fuck it. I guess the U.S. has what it's coming. It's going to get what's coming to it for allowing shit like that to happen. I mean, it's kind of voters' responsibility to the fucking...
And who even knows if those things are fucking legit these days, you know?
I mean, you've got the college, the electoral college electing the people technically, and usually their shit matches up to popular vote, but it hasn't the last 3 or 4 elections. It seems like we're having problems with popular vote getting overturned by the electoral college. They're not voting the way the people are. Every state has its own rules on how that works.
Yeah, definitely.
You get all the delegates, you get none of them, you get whatever your percentage is. I don't know. They have different ways of figuring it out, so it's not... I don't think it's fair. I think we ought to do popular vote. I don't think he would be president the first time or this time, but I could be wrong. There's a lot of dumb people in this world, and a lot of them are concentrated right here.
Yeah.
Yes, I never realized it.
Now you fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, I got my citizenship in '76, and that was Jimmy Carter, I think, was in office then.
Boy, have things changed.
Yeah, well, man.
So let's just say this is your last interview, which I don't think it is. You know, in my heart, I feel as if you're on the right track to getting your surgeries and your life getting on track. You're still young, honestly. Seriously.
Compared to
my dad's 71, and he's very with it. He's fucking traveling all over the place. He's still punching people in the face, doing shit like that.
My dad.
Love him to death. But I guess, you know, this, let's just say, hypothetically, your last interview, I'd like you to speak to, you know, who knows how many people listen to this. So far, I'm averaging like 40, 50 downloads a week, which is very cool for me, a goal that I've reached. What would you like to say to people that are searching for, I don't know. I feel like everybody's searching for something in life and how to be happy and how to find that happiness and how to, I don't know, try to exclude the bad. Because we have a mental health crisis, I believe. You know, a lot of that may have to do with big pharma, may have a lot to do with us putting tons of shit in our food. And
yes, that's a lot of it too.
You know, what is your advice to people out there to try and live their best life?
Yeah, I don't know. As far as living their life physically, keep on top of stuff, keep checking it out. Mental health, you know, maybe I think people need to be a little more comfortable about seeking help from professionals. And now that there are more diagnoses and more people to diagnose these issues, more treatments for them, I think that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think people pursue that. That isn't going to hurt anyone. It's only going to benefit people to at least look into it.
Right.
And if I had done that when I was 35 and took that test and said, no, I'm not hyperactive. Fuck you. I don't have PTSD. If I had listened back then, geez, I would be in a whole different world. I guarantee you things would have gone a little bit more easily for me if I'd gotten some kind of treatment. But,
I agree with that completely.
I mean, it might help now even. I have still not been treated for it, but knowing about it is a big step.
It is, yeah. Whenever I've read up what, ADHD was or what PTSD was, all these things, and I started making connections in my brain like, oh my goodness, this makes so much sense to me. That opened up a huge doorway for me to explore those things and the treatments, and and that's changed my life
Ways to deal with things, yeah, that helps.
exponentially. Well, I want to say thank you, Tom, for
Thank you for
letting me
interest.
come interviewing you in your place, and
No problem.
yeah, I really appreciate it, man.
I had a good time too, and I'm hoping you continue this. It
Yeah.
helps somebody for sure.
Yeah,
Just being a good human helps too.
it ain't that hard, but it seems to be. I don't know.
Yeah. You consider the alternative though, and it's good to kind of stay on the good side of things. And
Everything comes back full circle, and you get in what you put out,
you can't take anything with you too. It's what you give away throughout your life that I think people will remember you for, things you've given and things you've done.
That's a very powerful message. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening, and I will see you guys next time.